And now we're going to look into graphing systems of linear and nonlinear inequalities. Well, let's first go over a few basics. So nothing has changed in terms of the type of line that you're going to sketch. If it has a line underneath it, you're still going to sketch a solid line. If it's the symbols with no line underneath it, you're going to sketch a dash line. If you're going to use the test point method, it's still true that you only shade the true side. If you get a false statement, remember, don't shade that side, only shade the side that's true. The only difference with a system of equation is your solution is the region that overlaps, the overlapping region. So now we're going to graph this system of inequalities. So step one is to graph your first line. So this is in standard form. I'm going to go ahead and use the x and y intercepts to graph the line. So there it is. Now that I've graphed the line, my next step is to determine which region we're going to shade. So since it's in standard form, I'm going to go ahead and use the test point method and plug in a 0, 0. If you haven't seen the videos before where I talked about how to use the test point method, make sure you watch that. So removing the x and removing the y from the first equation and replace it with 0. When you get it to where you have one number on one side and one on the other, you read the statement. This statement says that 0 is less than 1. That is true. 0 is less than 1. And because that is true, this is where our test point is. Our test point happens to be located below the line. And so that is the region that we're going to shade. And now we're going to graph our second line. This is a vertical line, x equals 1, passing through the x-axis right at 1. Our symbol tells us to make sure that that line is a dashed line. Now we have to decide, are we going to shade to the left of that vertical line or to the right of that vertical line? Well, if we look at the inequality itself, we're going to shade all values of x that are greater than 1. So greater than 1, is that the left side that's greater than 1, or would it be the right side that's greater than 1? And yes, it would be the right side that's greater than 1. Your solution is about where they overlap. So notice we're looking for the part that we shaded it red and we shaded it blue too. And that is your solution.